Okay, so for your synthetic division, just again, let me point out that we will only look at it when the coefficient of your x term is a 1. All right, so what we have is 5x to the 4th minus a 4x squared plus an x plus 6. Remember, those two things still apply. Is this in descending order, and do we need to replace any terms? Yes, we need to replace the what term? Cubed. We go from a 4 to a square, so what's missing is the cube, so we're going to rewrite. So rewrite it, bring that in. Okay, now in our long division, remember in our long division we focused on the x, right? We divided that x into every leading or starting term that we had. Okay? Today with synthetic, we're going to focus on the number. Okay? We're going to focus on the number. So that's one of the major differences that we have with the long and the synthetic. Okay? Look at that. When we do focus on our number, our divisor for synthetic division is written as x minus r. So if we look at this, x minus 3, which is written from x minus r, your r is actually a what? It's a what? Yes, but what is it actually? If you have x minus r and you have x minus 3, what's the sign of your 3? It's technically isn't it technically a positive 3? Yeah, think back, you guys, to your h. Think back to your horizontal. It's the best I can relate it to. Remember when we have our x minus h, our horizontal, we always go for the opposite sign, right? Okay? So very, very important when you're doing the synthetic, your r will take that opposite sign, and that r is the divisor. That's what you're going to divide, okay, into your polynomial. Any questions on that? Okay. So you've got that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Hold on a second. Don't write anything down yet. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So we focus, like I said, we're not focusing on the x anymore, we're focusing on that r, which is the 3. So here's what I want you to do on your paper. I want you to write your 3, your r, your divisor, and beside it do a bar just like we have here. Okay? Synthetic division does not use any of our x's. So I want you to bring down the 5, the 0, the negative 4, the 1, and the 6. That will be in line with the divisor of 3. Okay. Then what I want you to do on your paper is skip the next line, and then the line below that, draw another line. So it'll look like this. Okay? So you got to leave space. You're going to leave space here because you're going to put numbers here. We're going to put numbers right above the line, and we're going to put numbers right below the line. So leave yourself space. Your number, below your number, put in a little box. It looks like that. Once we fill in the box, why do we use the box? Once we fill the box in, we're done, and the box is our remainder. Okay? So it's going to look like this. I'm going to flip to the next slide, but it's just cleaner. And here's what we have. Okay, the way we're going to start is, just like in long division, we're going to start with our first term. We're going to take our first term, which is the 5. You're going to move him below the line. Okay. Now, you're going to take your 3, and you're going to multiply him by the 5. 3 times 5 would give us what? 15. You're going to take that 15 and you're going to bring it above the line below the 0. And then you're going to add. So what would 0 plus 15 be? 15. So 15 goes below the line. Okay? And then we're going to repeat the process. So you're going to go back to the 3. 15 times the 3 is what? 45. And we're going to take that 45. We're going to move it on to the next one. We're just going to continue to work down. So put the 45 there. Have this written down?
Yeah, I have this written down right here.
Negative 4 plus 45? 41. Okay, let's repeat the process again. The 41 times the 3.
23.
And put that below the 1. And add them up. 1 plus 123. 124. And one more time. 3 times 124.
372.
372. Yes, very good. Thank you. Add those up. And now we're at 378. Okay, we have filled in our box. Remember I told you the box is the remainder. Okay, so we are done. We are done. Okay, so now what we need to go back to do is rewrite. Okay, if we go back to our original problem, we had our highest power was a power of 4. All right. So if you look back on your homework and you look back on the notes, you'll notice that your quotient, your answer, always starts with 1 power less. Okay? So if we started with a power of 4, 1 power less than 4 would be the power of 3. So when we go back to rewrite, we go back in and we make our first term have a power of 3. So in other words, your 5 is going to become 5x cubed. Plus the 15, then we're going to descend. We're just going to descend our order, so that would be the x squared. Plus the 41, that would be our x. And plus our 124. Plus your remainder. You do still put your remainder over that divisor of x minus 3. Okay. So he's going to look like this. Let me go through the process. And there they are. And there's your answer. So we end up with 5x cubed plus 15x squared plus 41x plus 124 plus our remainder. And that's it. Questions? Questions on that? Okay, now we have a negative 5x to the 5th minus a 21x to the 4th minus a 3x cubed plus a 4x squared minus a 2x plus a 2. We're going to divide all of that by an x plus 4. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at, is this thing in descending order? Does it have any missing terms? No, it doesn't. So it is in descending order, no missing terms. We are good to go. First thing we are going to establish is our divisor. What's our divisor going to be?
4.
4? Negative 4. Ours is going to be negative 4. Yes, thank you, sir. So we're going to set this thing up. So you're going to do your -4, do your bar. Now bring down your numbers. So we have a -5, a -21, -3, a 4, -2, and a 2. Leave yourself a line. Mine's going up high, isn't it? And put a square under your number. Okay, I'm going to skip to the next screen so it's cleaner. Okay. Now what, are you ready? What's the very, very first thing you're going to do? Bring down your first term, which is the -5. Now, what are you going to do with that -5? Multiply it by that divisor. So a -4 times a -5 is a +20. Add them up. -21 plus 20, -1. Okay? And you start the process all over again. So the -1, again, times the -4 is 4. Again, put it under your next term. And again, add them up. -3 plus 4 is 1. Okay. Again, the -4 plus the 1. -4, put it under your next term. 4 plus -4, 0. So we're going to lose a term, right? You can already see we're losing a term. 0 times the -4, 0. Put that under the -2. So -2 plus 0 would just be nope, about -2. We're adding, right? Last one, -4 times -2, 8. Put that below your 2. 2 plus 8, 10. And we are done. Okay? All right, so your -5. What is its power going to be? -5x to the what? Fourth. Now, go in descending order. So your next one would be -1x to the 3rd. Plus your x, next one is squared. Plus our 0. Our 0 is the x, right? We're not going to put him in. Okay? We don't need to put him in. And which would leave our -2 as our number or our constant. Okay? And we did have a remainder, so we're going to take that remainder of 10 over, put him over our divisor of x plus 4. And there it is. Any questions on that?
How do you determine the
Okay, take a look. So take a look. We brought our 3. This one, in fact, was missing the x squared, so you had to put in a placeholder for that one. So you brought down your numbers, your 3, your -1, 0, 5, and 1, and start your process. So you brought down the 3 because he was your lead, right? You brought him down, and then you kept going. That ended up with a 3x cubed minus 7x squared plus 14x minus 23. And remember your remainder, he's always in the box, your remainder over your divisor. Any questions on that one? I think I got around everybody, maybe all but a couple of people. Questions on that one?